All right, I'm recording for Kerbal now. Here, get back into this. Watch
There we go.
vessel.
Now, is there a way for your Twitch whispers to like do a sound? Because I didn't hear you when you whispered me. I just happened to look over.
I don't know. My Twitch is set up to notify me. I hear it when someone whispers me. I don't know where, to be honest with you. I mean, but I know Twitch has a. Quick. My settings, notifications. You can enable. So I have messages from a friend always turned on. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, all the audio goes over my main speakers, but such is life.
First, that pug doesn't speak yet.
What?
That pug didn't speak English. Right? Why they didn't talk?
No, the other night we were playing with a guy who just said he didn't have a mic.
No, I'm looking at the profile. I'm looking at.
All right. Jesus, stalker. Anything else? You know where she lives now too, stalker. Come on, man. Jeez, you're all sorts of worried about it. Stalker.
Curiosity, man.
All right, so it's my new and improved.
How many of my friends on my Xbox? Let's play. See if he...
Yeah. Well, and they might have Game Pass, right?
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Our new launching vessel.
So does Game Pass include Xbox Live too?
I have no
No.
idea.
Nope, you have to get that separately.
So you have to have a I guess, Xbox Live Gold subscription in order to be able to use Pass.
That's that's the way I read it.
Oh.
So I asked Alp if he wanted me to look at getting him an Xbox, because if he was interested in playing, because he's got Windows 7, so he can't get Sea of Thieves. And he's like, no, subscription. So I started looking at him, like, yeah, subscription plus Game Pass. Excuse me. Even though, you know, like you told me, there's an Xbox that I could buy that already has Sea of Thieves with it. He's like, I don't want a console. I'm like, okay.
Okay, so that's interesting. So they didn't get a Game Pass, huh?
You know, but then with Game Pass, you can get free games to play too.
All right. I could talk to stream while I guess listening to some of them. But we're gonna launch here.
Someone will say like free with Game Pass. You know, Sea of Thieves obviously said free with Game Pass. Zoo Tycoon free with Game Pass.
I didn't realize I had laser surface scan on it. We're not dealing with that though. No science. No science until we're in space, because honestly, it's just a lot of extra work for all the science.
Cool.
What? Ooh, what? Are you oohing the fact that I'm about to take off? Or are you talking about Game Pass?
No. Just a certain thing. There's just a lot of. I didn't spend any time looking into Game Pass because I didn't have any interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
I play a lot of PC games and not necessarily console games, and there's not a lot of cross-platform stuff. This would be the first one, right? I already own it, pre-ordered it, so just curious.
Yeah, and there's still not a lot of cross-platform games available. I think I saw 10 just quickly look.
Guys, can't hear and talk and do all this. Yes, Solo. Man, you were so tired at the end of your last KSP stream. You looked ready to fall out of your chair. I totally was. I was exhausted. I actually napped probably the entire day today. Which of course now I have way too much energy to fall asleep, which is probably worse. But I did land it. I nailed it. I got back without any issues. So I was excited about that particular bundle of joy. So I made a new vessel tonight. Or today during the day that I'm working on. Thank you. I'm hoping I can get this one on Mun again, and now I've got a little better, hope for a little better landing closer on the sun side, an area that I haven't done science on. So we're gonna go from there. I'll give it a whirl. So it's up to quarters throttle. SAS is turned on. All staging is done properly. All right, and we're launching in 3, 2. And we have liftoff. Good. Stage has got 23 more seconds on it. Limiting outside pressure on the ship. That's why we're slowing down here. Good old mech jab keeping me alive. Mech jab. Starting my gravity turn. Sorry I muted you guys, I was in the middle of doing something. Like launching a rocket into space. And I gotta launch a rocket into space.
Fine. Fine then, I don't need those.
Can't do the countdown. 5, 4.
I already counted down. Already on my way up here. In the middle of a gravity turn right now. About to stage my rockets off in 10 seconds. The numero dos staging here. Actually,
Abort
stage.
mission. Abort mission.
No, we're not aborting a mission tonight.
Crashing.
Not crashing.
Got a hydrogen leak.
He hasn't crashed in a while. He's got all these add-ons that keep him from spinning in weird directions and that.
Why do you think it's the add-ons? Could it just be that I stopped making SAS, overloading my SAS on my vessel?
Maybe.
Flip at the manual.
It used to be entertaining, right? It used to like blow up on a launch pad, or it would go off, turn around, and come back down and hit the ground. Like there was some entertaining stuff.
Yeah, you were
Or
just
we
waiting
get,
for
like-
those two, weren't you?
It would get up in the air, and whatever was falling away from the vehicle would hit the space, hit the launcher, and explode. That.
But now
Those are fun.
I've wrecked Deck's enjoyment,
Now he's too good at the game.
so I
So-
should just stop.
I mean, I think it's interesting. I think it'll be more interesting for me though, once you get further than you've been. Right? You've already had like rovers on the moon. A lot of other things already done.
Yeah, I would like to have my
Most
rovers
people in
back.
you had like a whole crazy space station. So
Gonna be working on that.
I missed all that.
yeah, that
That's-
was a long time ago when he
It's coming back.
played Kerbal.
Coming back, slowly but
He had
surely.
an astronaut stuck on a planet at one point and had to go get him.
I
had to,
did.
like-
I did.
Had to like, fly up a set of engines just to attach to a rocket thing that he could fly out to go get him.
I had landed on Mun. I had gotten off Mun, got into orbit, and had no more fuel. And I was literally just orbiting. And I was like, I guess I have to send someone up to save this guy's life.
So he had like a whole rescue mission. It was that was entertaining. So we're not there yet. He's good at all these parts. It's when we get a little further that the things are gonna start to fall apart a little bit. Things will get
They'll get interesting again, huh?
Well, I've never, the furthest I've ever gone is Mun and Kerbin, and that's it. I've never landed on Minmus, which is the further moon for Kerbin. I have not landed on any of the other planets in the Kerbal space system. So, I mean, I've got some things I got to do, and with a little more science from Mun, I'll be able to start putting rovers out there, and I'm actually pretty close to being able to build a satellite network so I can start doing some unmanned missions, which will make life a little easier because, if those go south, I'm not, I don't kill poor Jebediah or Bob.
Didn't one time you ran out of Kerbins and had to like restart?
It happens earlier
hire
on.
people? Yeah.
Well, at one point when I had the space station going, I had to hire scientists to continue to do science. 'Cause I didn't have enough. I didn't have enough Kerbinauts to do it all.
Oh, hey, too. I just looked before I came outside. Have you guys had the Overwatch League playing at all?
No.
I got 11 loot drops today just from having it on.
Wow.
And I just had it running in the client. Because I keep you guys going in browser.
Gotcha.
Free loot.
So yeah, I added fuel deck. I added fuel on the sides here to give me more time with this
Oh.
bigger engine. so that I could get into orbit with Mun and have a lot more maneuverability before I decided to actually land.
I'm watching Burt Black now.
Was he on?
You didn't have enough
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves today?
Well, they're coming up on a fort. There's 3 sloops fighting over the fort. They're in a galleon, and there's a galleon on the way to the fort that they're trying to block. There's a
I don't-
lot going on.
I don't want to watch what I went through for 3 nights in a row, to be honest with you. I think I'm good.
It seems like this is kind of common.
Did you see the one a couple days ago where they boarded somebody's ship and laid down up in the crow's nest and waited for them to set sail? Oh, that was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. Set sail, dropped down, and started killing them.
So, oh, we still have some Delta V. So we'll get started on our... Wait. Get this route off, though. Ah.
Oh my god, they're about to crash into a rock!
God. Alright. Now let's take our... About to... One. There. A target.
Bounced off a rock and didn't even take it. Sorry.
Fine.
I want you to survive. I want you to...
We will find out if I survive. Step 1 is actually making it there, though. Entry point.
Great. I'm playing Overwatch right now. We're playing limits. We got 5 bastions and 1. We had 5 bastions and 1 reset.
Load in 30 seconds. There. It happened.
Put a shield up right here. Hurry up. They're all sitting right out front.
Alright. I'm gonna drop out of this chat. I'll see you guys later.
I got it.
Right.
I'm getting up to them.
Can't have like other video games being played in my ear while I'm trying to play this video game. Makes it super duper hard and probably super confusing for everyone, including myself. So, just us now, stream and Deck. Deck is here. Can you hear my voice already?
Yes. Yes. Here we go. Getting out of orbit, are we?
Yep, we're gonna do our Mun burn. I'm trying to land on the sun side of Mun so that I don't have to worry about electricity and can stay up there. Maybe even get Bob out and put him on the surface of Mun versus just landing there and being like, hey, I'm here, and then leaving and coming back. So
Were you able to get ladders all the way down?
no, but Mun's gravity isn't that bad. I should be able to use my EVA thrusters to get Bob back in the vessel.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna modify this and do that, but honestly, I was like, this lander actually does a good job, so I didn't really think there was a need to make the change. I only need like 1 or 2 more trips to Mun, and I have enough science to get all the things I need to make a better version of this vessel. Or rovers. Well, I'll leave it up to you, Deck.
What?
If I go for rovers or a bigger vessel.
I don't know.
I should do rovers. Personally, I want to do rovers. They were fun. Though I'm horribly constructed said rover, but whatever. Such is life. I can't believe 3rd night in a row, same fort,
Oh my god.
same shenanigans, man. Oh my lord. I wanted to cry. I was like, is this happening again? Like, are we really doing the same thing again? But I think you're right. I think they streamed Sea of Thieves. People saw it, saw the fort, and just like kind of dispelled some of the mysticism behind it, right? Of like
Yep.
of its difficulty, and now everyone wants to do it. So now everyone's showing up for the forts, which is great because I mean that's like what they want, right? To generate that PvP. I guess the nice thing is with a fort is like at least you could be sailing the high seas, maybe be a little less interrupted, you know? If you're gonna do like PvE stuff.
Wow. Wow. This crew's pretty good.
One thing's for certain though. I'm not watching more late enough forever. I don't need constantly saying, hey, there's science, hey, there's science, hey, there's science. I got it, there's science. Now we're talking. So, RCS, retrograde, that while we're
Alright.
next is.
So those are the tanks for the extra fuel, huh? You were saying
Yes.
on the side? Yeah,
Yep.
No bags.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Definitely not as nice. The bags. I would have been nicer to have. So, first things. Or angle, light side.
I think it might be the same fort every time because it looks like they're at keyhole also.
Oh my god, dude.
I think that's why it keeps being. I think it's the same fort every time.
There. Okay, execute next. All right, we're slowing ourselves down now. So not slam into Mun at some godly. Maneuver node. So now I'm just trying to get my angle a little more coming down on Mun before I finally stop my orbit entirely. Next node. Well, I did have fun despite the level of time required. And it was nice to get all that gold, but I almost want to like And I'm surprised. You're right. We had the same fort like 3 nights in a row. The exact same fort at the exact same
They're at
time.
the exact same fort right now.
I wonder why that is.
Maybe they had that. Maybe it's because of the bugs. Maybe it's
Tell you what, though, that means more people questing in those areas, thinking, doing missions in that vicinity. I mean, if you wanted to get in on fort action, or if you wanted to jump people with doing fort action, what would you do? Right? You'd be sitting in that area the whole time, just waiting.
Yep.
Take a look at something. Oh, we finished up. Fun things. We've already done a surface. We already actually not landed it. I have a far side basin, right? Because that's far side. I'm on far side basin, no surface damage. Okay, so we really land far side basin. So, we're gonna have to maneuver right here. Stop us. That. And execute that node.
Holy crap! They sunk the galleon as soon as it got back.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Galleon came in, looked like he was gonna ram, turned. They just pummeled the side of it with cannonballs, and one of the guys shot himself over there, and he killed a couple of them, and they sank immediately. The problem is this is gonna happen over and over and over again for the rest of the night, and it's gonna make it even longer, right? You can do a fort in 15-20 minutes, right, and be out with the gold. But as soon as you add other ships now,
Yep.
Jesus, it makes it a 3-hour effort. Oh,
Alright, I'm back.
yeah.
Yeah. Need a little dad attention.
Mhm.
And I gotta try to get this thing as close to the ground as possible before I start tearing off any of my excess vessel stuff. I got this huge lower section that's supposed to come off, but I'm using it as my like braking
But
system.
you can't drop it too close, right? Because then it'll come down and land next to you. No.
It will blow up over 5 meters per second. It will explode when it hits the surface of Mun. I mean, don't get me wrong. If this was, real life, not. But if it was, you wouldn't do that. Like we'd be in some sort of orbit. This guy would detach, and I use some sort of like deorbit burn. But like, I don't have enough fuel to do all that nonsense. So we're gonna do the more aggressive approach.
I think that the fort only had like 2 or 3 waves. I think they just finished the captain.
Oh wow. Is this the same crap I sent last night? It's similar, but not identical. So last night I had retractable solar panels, which I removed for just standard solar panels. I had more weight in the center here from battery packs that I removed. And I added 2 additional science experiments to the sides, as well as added a little extra fuel, give me a little more wiggle room with getting off of Mun. And then I also modified the launch system to be a little more, have a little more fuel. Yeah, more science. Science. slowly but surely. Yo, Hawk, hey man, what's up? How goes your large vessel endeavors? We've lost around 10 million since we last talked. Oh, sorry to hear that, bud. And down. Oh, two major stations collide into each other. That's no bueno. I feel that pain. Number of times I've tried to dock into a station and found out the hard way that I was going too fast or misread a particular gauge. Yeah, fun. Coming down still. Bob's doing a last minute EVA right before we get there. Probably the hard one, but did it anyway. Needed that science. Oh, science! And boom. Oh. I was docking two of them together, and a part smashed into them, throwing them in orbit, and then boom, a whole lot of debris. Oh yeah, that's good. Honor descent. Continuing our descent. Oh my god, I would just relaunch if I could. Slow down our descent here. Oh, we are low now.
Yes, you are.
Start.
You have your ground tethers, so you can't tip over.
These don't tether.
Oh, so if you don't land on even ground, timber.
Yeah, yeah. I was fortunate the last time because 2 of them hit. Hi, all you kids. Are you way past your bedtime? That's for sure. I'm definitely past my bedtime. Down a little. "30 seconds until impact." Going medicine. There's my shadow. Huh. I haven't landed yet. Six seconds. Seconds. Oh, no, no, no. RCS, turn off. Okay, no. No, no. Come on, relax. Oof. All right, not the prettiest at the end there. I've never been out that far. Oh, but I landed this with. So, do some sciencey things real quick here. Probably turn off these lights because you don't. Really should have an action group for this, but. So I don't accidentally hit going up without dealing with it. So we don't need that right now, nor do we need that. So close for a second. I do some quick science. Oh, science. Thanks for that. We'll do some science here. We'll get Bob out. I can't really get Bob EVA though. I would love to, but this vessel is not designed for that. It's just designed for them to like hang out the side, be like, "What's up? Peace. I'm on the moon," and then head back. Next vessel, after all this science, should be able to do that though. I'm thinking of using the Mooner excursion module as a possible device. We'll see. Bob's just like, I haven't stepped on the moon yet. Ah, care to see my new... Send me the link, man. Sure, why not? You gotta PM me, though. I won't show up in chat. Soon, Bob. Soon you shall walk on the surface of Mun. Not today, my friends. A lot of ooey gooey science in there that requires a return trip home. So, reset this guy. Big monster things sticking out the front of the ship. They're off. Turn these bad boys back on. Remember when I brought the rover up here, Tech, and I had to I landed it and I had to detach it from the top and land it off on the side, and I
Didn't one of them flip over and you didn't have solar panels on it, right?
I flipped it over. It was on its back, and I couldn't, and it was it was lost. Yeah, there was that. Here's hoping I can get back up off, huh? Oh, pretty neat. It looks like that thing could hover almost there. All right, not gonna need that. Probably gonna need that. Kerbal is all the way behind us, so really the goal is to get up, off, and back into a stable orbit. That's the top goal we've got here. So not the worst. Against reference point. I'm gonna go up to the right here. It looks like. Okay, gotten all the science we need, so let's take that off the screen. Not confused, and we will lift off in 1. Planner. That. Working on MK1 right now. You like those space planes, it looks like. I have been contemplating delving into a space plane to get some more of my Kerbal science, but not yet. First I gotta land on Mun, and I think I just essentially went into orbit, I think backwards, if I'm not mistaken. I really should be orbiting like this, but I'm orbiting like this, which I guess is fine, but, you know, not exactly ideal. Let's see what you say, but I doubt you're gonna get a good turn because I'm not in this. How big this orbit will be? Okay, hopefully we can do a little better than that, huh? See. Might work. That would work. My orbit looked not totally a. What am I looking for? Something that just gives me exit vector. We could do this, and then we could do a. Less delta V. 200. We do 200. Plenty of monopropellant to do it. Working on the MK now. All right. Oh. 9 days supplies. Our now we're on a wild trajectory out, but hey, we'll be out. Nice. We're gonna time warp all the way up to our escape. I don't even think I could just go. Now where are we landing? No matter where we. Now it's just a slow down maneuver just to get us vicinity of normal orbit. Actually, I think there's actually something built into the old mech jab here that can help me change my highest. Yeah.
You're getting off when you land back in
What was that?
planet, right? You're gonna land. You're getting off when you land back at the planet, right?
Yeah. This is only a
Okay.
single attempt here. I just have a new vessel, and I wanted science, and I think I'll get enough science to do rovers next, or the larger vessel that will allow like my Kerbals to actually get off, and do something on Mun, other than sit there on the ladder and just be like, "Wee-hee, I'm on the ladder, yeah." Yeah, MechJab doesn't really. Well, they updated it to work in the current version, but I have found that some of its maneuver planning hasn't been great. So a lot of times what I'll do is like I will, like you saw here, like I did a mech jab to do a return from Mun, and then I kind of futzed with it to see if I could like reduce some of the delta V and get in a better landing. So like it works ish, circularizing, it works okay. So some of it I'm just like, a lot of it what I'm doing is like actually like just to execute the node so that I don't have to necessarily be like, okay, how many seconds do I have to go to execute the node? Okay, and then running it. I've been doing it a lot just to like do node execution more than anything. Yes? Go in the northern plains. Last time I tried this, it failed miserably. So, whatever. Try again. Nope. Alright. Here, and just... Expand. 200. That node. Yeah, like its node execution seems to be okay, but some of the calculations seem to be a little off, or some of like the built-in features aren't fantastic. Now some of it may just be laziness, right? It says that like I should have been in like a completely like an orbit around Mun at a 0 degree inclination, but I was like not even close to that. But it's okay. Some of it's I'm just trying to like, you know, do the simple stuff, right? Like these maneuvers, especially at like 3:15 in the morning. My brain is just kind of like, do you really have to be that delicate with it, or could you maybe let this add-on do it so that you're, get a little reprieve? But who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll spend more time on Kerbal and less time on Sea of Thieves, so I can actually get a space station there. That would be pretty. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, I won't lie. This go around in Kerbal is actually the first time I've really been attempting Mun landings without any sort of mech jab assistance. Usually I do a ton of science until I can get mech jab's landing assistance, and I usually have it do most of the work. But I did some practice landings today without streaming to get used to it a little more of doing it on my own, and so I think I've got a better understanding now, and I think I'm actually going to do all of my landings manually moving forward because it made life a lot easier not feeling like I was completely lost during the landing or that it was completely outside of my control. All right. This burn. This burn will be... That was unexpected. I do not have enough delta V to stop myself. Burn it. Oh man. I think I might be able to make it up with mono propellant. I don't know. We're gonna find out in a second here. Warp here. See if I can use mono propellant to get a little bit of my delta V back because I don't really need it once I can get into the orbit. But I changed my Apoapis, which is fine, but in retrospect, I was probably a little not as efficient as I could have been with my maneuvering, so my translation for forward. I wonder if I could do a smart RCS or I'm launching a rescue mission. Oh god. I don't even think I have the technology to launch a rescue mission. I'd have to like bump them or some nonsense.
Have to bring parts to space and fix the ship.
Fuel. I don't even have a grabber. I don't have a docking port on this thing. I think I could probably get the grabber. It'd probably die before that's possible. Oh, let's wait. They don't die. They just grouchy. They won't do any work until I bring them food. So I could launch a rescue mission with food, but my hopes is that I can generate enough delta V with my mono propellant to maybe slow me down enough. It's probably a silly endeavor, seeing as it's really gonna take a lot of effort to do that, but we're gonna try it anyway. I gotta lose, except sleep. Brought these three. Why? Well, I mean, it is slowing me down, albeit very slow. I'm really tired of having to press this button. I should have a macro on my keyboard to just hold it down. Apple Apis. Got what I got to work with. So if I hit the brakes, if I make mech jab to do the brake, would that was enough. Darn close. Darn close. I got a decent amount of mono propellant too. So what I'm thinking is stay away. How much do I have? I've got back to the Apoapis and use my monopropellant at the top of my orbit to generate the most change in delta V, the lowest part of my orbit, so that I can use this monopropellant to hopefully generate enough actual delta V to stop myself. And I don't know why the engineer keeps lifting my delta V ever so slightly. Like magic fuel that just comes back. Definitely not that, but start with about a minute to go, and we'll hit it until a minute after how much we burn. I don't want you to do that. Stop. Okay, so we're using our maneuvering propellant to slow us down even more. We need to get under, I want to say we have to be under like 2.4 million meters. Feels about right, because I feel like we had about 200,000 meters. And that's really, that would be 2.4 would be like perfect world situation. Probably can do it. I'm pretty sure they don't do this in NASA. I'm pretty sure like SpaceX and NASA and hell, even the Russians probably don't do this. They probably actually, you know, have accurate maneuvers in space, but well, I'm just a wannabe Kerbanaut, so.
You're not a Kerbanaut, you're God in this game. Kerbinauts are the guys in the plane. In the
No.
shuttle thing, aren't they?
I'm flying it, basically. Jebediah isn't hitting the buttons right now.
Yes, I don't know. I feel like the creator of all.
Oh, stop it. I didn't create these planets. What are you talking about? Procedural, actually, not even procedurally generated. Though that would be pretty neat if they were, but. How to maneuver. Generate. Stop, let's see. 200. Close. I think 3.
I gotta go. I'm falling asleep sitting here.
All right, man. Take it easy, brother.
Yeah. Hold on. All right. Yeah. Have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yep.
Bye.
User disconnected from your channel.
You don't use precise node? I think I have precise node because I can adjust certain things. No, I don't use precise node. I think I just say like better maneuver node or something like that. That lets me make like tweaks and changes. Realistically, though, I cannot be sitting here going around this planet much longer. For various reasons, including my own desire to go to bed. I do need to check to see what happens when we run out of food, though, because we might have that problem. That one? I don't think. Ah, well. Figure it out. Nothing to worry about right now. Get it to 5. Up blowing myself up. Screw it. You know what? I'll just see what happens. Alright, well. You know, there's where we're at right now. We are sitting at retrograde, and we are gonna just pummel down into the planet and see what happens. Fortunately, Bob's got enough habitation. Jebediah, who's the pilot, which is far more important than Bob. Bob served his purpose. He won't die. He'll just get grumpy. I don't think I have it set to kill Kerbals, though. You know, that could happen. I'll just do this with that part heating up. About to blow up. Hottest part, is it one of the engines? Okay, what's this up here? Okay, lots of stuff heating up. Oh boy. Oh, that's okay. If we survive this aero break and don't blow up half the ship, it might be in an okay spot. Oh, that. Our heat profiles coming down quickly. We survived at least the deorbit requirement here. Alright, well, one more go around, guys, and I don't think I'll be in orbit after that. Could be wrong. And we're going to be able to make another pass that will end up orbiting. I really got to work on this whole getting back from Mun thing, because I did not do a good job getting back. I think what I need to do, I really need to get a vessel that I can attach, redock to, or I've got to use a much lighter vessel to get down, because I mean, I'm putting stuff on there like life support and things that are like, I don't need like all of that life support to get down to Mun or back. You know, I think that's where I need to use like a better design vessel, I think is what I need. One where like I'm only using things that I need for the landing and takeoff, because like half this fuel isn't necessary for what I just did. But, you know. Burn out the rest of my mono propellant, because why not? Interesting. I have 2.54 liquid fuel somewhere, but I don't have oxidizer. Actually kind of interesting. Alright, well, RCS is done. RCS. So we're gonna let this. But I have it, so I guess it doesn't really hurt because it's already on that vessel. Exit atmosphere, and if I even exit the atmosphere. Quick. Real quick. Ooh, doggy. Something tells me this is going to be the final orbit. Yep. Yeah, that's 100% the final orbit. Have deorbited. Slowing down here. Yeah, I put a heat shield here, but it's almost like a waste. Like, I don't need the weight if I'm never using the heat shield. I always seem to use the end of the drive section of my lander. But I guess at the same time, like, what's the point of getting rid of the lander, right? Like, it seemed to do the job pretty well, so maybe for another night I'll think about that, and my future iterations might not be quite as bulky. Though realistically, I need to stop landing on Kerbin every single time. I need to get a space station up there and make it a little a little more efficient. My train 1,000 years different than what now 10 minutes. I got it right there. I didn't realize. So, oh, means this staging around or braking shoots. Don't worry, wasn't anything important. Just some drive engines. Right. Landing back on Kerbal. So it's going to take forever because the shoots were probably excessive, but whatever. $300 to the ground. Oh. $50, $40, $30. 20 meters, almost there, about to hit the ground. And touchdown, and roll. Doing a laser surface scan, albeit shooting into the air. Okay, recover vessel. How much science did we get for this endeavor? Let's see. 483. That's what I'm talking about. That was worth it. That's awesome. Yay. Vessel recovered. Kerbin's recovered. We have 526 science. That's all sorts of gooey stuff. Right? That's awesome. Thanks, Solo. Yeah, it was nice. I don't think I'm gonna go with big stuff here. I think future endeavor is something in the unmanned section here. Nice. Electronics, more science. Or structurally. It would be nice to have some other options here. I need a docking bay. I don't remember if that was something that add-on that I had or not. Oh, docking action. This is what I need for my saving people that are stuck in space. My little advanced grabbing unit. I think my original intention was get the precision engineering so that I could have the relay antenna, get the unmanned tech so I could have a couple things here. The ascent, landing, and space plan would be nice. Upgraded probes would be nice. Excuse me. Oh man. Scanning tech. I need it. My rovers. Here. Field science. This is what I need to make a rover kick. And then the advanced motors if I really want to get gnarly. But this would do it. This is the rover mate. that I used before. And so I could make the rover. Problem though is that I don't have. I want to get better construction options. So adapters. None of them are payload. Then again, could just patch the ship, turn it around, pick it up. You have the docking mate junior. Not like I need a big docking mate. I'm making an actual space station. But I think for tonight, I'm going to leave it right there because it's pretty darn late. And I don't want to spend this science on a non-clear head. Seeing as I spent all that time getting that science, that would be a bummer. So we are going to save. We are going to close out. And thanks everyone for coming out tonight and watching me make it to Mun and back. And hopefully Minmus or maybe Duna or maybe something a little cooler. Though I do have to put some unmanned stuff up, like some satellites for communication. So who knows? We'll see what tomorrow looks like. But I suspect there will be some more spaceships being flied. Have a good night, Solo. Thanks for stopping out, man. I appreciate it. And have a good night, everyone.